Well, this is just a recording just to basically clear some ties with the recent Orlando shooting and some explanation of not why it happened or anything of the sort. I don't know why the guy was doing what he's doing, but this is a little bit of just some knowledge, background knowledge on why this guy's past, basically. You may have heard from 3,000 different articles saying that he pledged allegiance to Allah. No, yes, he did, and yes, he, quote-unquote, pledged allegiance to the Islamic State, which, in reality, he just said Allah Akbar, which means praise Allah, which could mean that he is part of some Islamic jihadist group, which does not mean ISIS in particular. Now, there's some research that literally anyone could have done. This guy had, quote-unquote, ties through the FBI, based on what they said, to a not shooter, but car bomber, Moner Mohammed Abu Salah. This guy, he bombed a Syrian tanker or truck, killing Syrian soldiers in a small little suicide bombing case. He killed, I think, like 5 guys, whatever. It doesn't matter. This guy's not the hero of the story. He was from Orlando, or not from Orlando, from Florida, and that's where the FBI investigated Omar, Mateen, because they were both from Florida, and Mateen had before then said that he was saying that his co-workers were saying he had inflammatory remarks, which basically means that he was also Islamic and he had guns, so people were a bit scared, so they contacted the FBI. We're not going to talk about why that happened, and this is never going to get traced back to me because I never said any of this, according to what everyone says. This Moner guy. So if the FBI was right in investigating him three times, and once through a physical investigation, which is really easy to get past, all you have to do is just lie, which is what Mateen probably did. But when Moner was with, like, who he was not friends with, but who he was, he died on behalf of the Nursa Front, which the Nursa Front is one of the groups in the Syrian Civil War, which, if you don't know what the Syrian Civil War is, you might want to get a fucking brain. This the Nursa Front is a strength of 15,000 people, which is just a small pocket compared to ISIS and everything else. It's part of Al Qaeda, and it's part of that side of the Islamic extremists, and it's definitely jihadist group, just definitely bad. But the thing is, this group, Al Nursa, is enemies with is the Islamic State, which for any of you idiots out there is ISIS. And for people to say that he pledged allegiance to ISIS is completely false. If you do the math, if he was related to this other guy in any way, shape, or form, which apparently he is because he gets mentioned in every single article that they have on Mateen, he was not doing this for ISIS. He was doing this for either someone else or he just really didn't like gay people. Like, this is not ISIS is doing. And for America, for all these news channels to be beefing it up, saying that it's ISIS who did it, is absolutely retarded. They need to do the fucking math because it's not ISIS. This is information that I got in 10 minutes. They can literally contact the authorities and ask them what happened, and it's really easy to point out and say, oh wait, hold up, there's more than one jihadist group against America, quote unquote, against gays, quote unquote, against whatever they're gonna say is what actually happened. And Fox is the first, actually, Fox was actually a little bit lenient on this. They said that he said Allah Akbar, which I completely understand if he did. I've never heard the proof, and then when they released the police tapes, they never released what he said, because he called the police. They said that he said Allah Akbar, which is what Fox said, and CNN is saying that he pledged allegiance to ISIS, and Al Jazeera is also saying that he pledged allegiance to ISIS. What does that mean? Al Jazeera knows what they're talking about, but because they're not American, they don't have the resources that Fox and CNN has, and they might not have gotten that information. CNN's bigger, CNN is more broadcasted. Well, not saying CNN's bugged, not saying CNN's not intelligent. What I'm saying is CNN needs to do their research a bit more, either that or just get the fuck out of this case, because this is going way too far. Saying that ISIS is doing this. ISIS is, or ISIL now, or just IS is what the Islamic State is now. They're having fun with themselves right now. They're planning something big, which I have no fucking clue what it is. I'm a 15-year-old scholar. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here, even speaking about this, and there's no way anyone's going to track this down to me. But the fact that anyone even remotely, like, because the media is so twisted, I literally, the first time I found this out was through my security app. My security app gave me a notification saying, like, 20 injured, 43 dead in an Orlando shooting. I was like, fuck, this is really bad. And then I go into it where it says, this guy was Islamic. And I'm like, oh my God, they're going to immediately blame ISIS. Just watch. The next article I see, Allah Akbar. I'm like, okay, well, let's listen to this. Let's listen to this news broadcast. They're like saying, yes, he's got ties to ISIS. He said Allah Akbar. It's obvious. Then the next, I go into CNN. CNN saying that he's pledged allegiance to ISIS, and they brought I think it was the Afghani president on there, and the guy who was interviewing the Afghani president was literally almost blaming the president for what happened. As if because the Afghani president had a tie in this man's mental health. This man was sickened. He was domestic violence. He was very strong about his religious views, seeing as his father said that he was extremely anti-gay, which there's a lot of people in this country that are anti-gay that are anti-gay right now. I mean, so you can't really blame him. I mean, not blame him, but like I'm not at all saying that what he did wasn't wrong, wasn't moral. I'm saying that these news broadcasting stations were juicing this up and taking it way out of proportion for what they need to be doing, and that's what's wrong with America right now. The news is disgusting. It literally picks on what they want to see and uses words that no one's going to argue against by saying Allah Akbar. Like Fox actually had it right. He said Allah Akbar, but the fact that they went as far as to say that it was ISIS, they need to do their research. They need to. From another article, they said that he said something. The article literally says, the question was, did Mateen address the leader of ISIS? Now, I really want to hear this police tapes, because this is what could make or break this. And the fact that everyone has the opportunity to read this besides the viewers, they quote-unquote release the tapes, which is bullshit. They didn't do anything of the sort. They released what the police officers were saying, like saying get in position and shit, like right outside shooting, like right after it happened. But I don't know. The news is disgusting. It literally warps people's words to make America sound like we're having a war or something. Like saying that the biggest mass shooting was due to ISIS, or yes, it may have been terrorism. It may have. This guy also might have been just a psychopath who wanted to use his religion as a joke or a meme. Like, that's where people are nowadays when it comes to mental health. He may have said that it's for one cause. Doesn't mean that cause wanted it to be for them. Maybe, like, if I wanted to right now, I could shoot up my school and say, I'll walk about it. Am I gonna, if that happened, would I be accused for being an ISIS supporter? When in reality, I'm biracial. Like, just because I'm brown doesn't mean that I'm just because I'm Islamic. It's not like if you're a Christian shooting up a gay club and you say this is in the name of Jesus, where does that go? Like, you're saying your religion before you quote unquote die? Maybe question mark. Like, you could die. You're risking your life to kill people that are doing stuff that's against your religion, which is kind of against Islam's way more against Christians. But this guy maybe just didn't like homosexuality, which a lot of people don't. He might have had mental health problems, which he did because he was a domestic violence offender, and his wife ended up breaking up with him. His father, who was not so, his father was actually supporting him based on the article I was reading, saying that they both switched their name around the same time, but the fact that Mateen, Omar, when he was not older, but he was old enough to the point where he wasn't living with his father. He was a security guard at a federal agency working for the government. So the fact that he was working for the people he was trying to attack, it doesn't add up, because if he had planned this, which is what everyone's saying, all the news stations are saying that this had to have been a planned attack, had to have done this, had to have done that. And the fact that he had bought the guns late means that he was hiding it throughout the whole time that the FBI was investigating. Because if he had guns and he had firearms, then they could easily just take him and convict him of terrorism and throw him in Guam or Kuwait and torture the shit out of him for years until they hear the answer they want to hear. And then once they do that, they dispose of him, and his parents never hear of him again. But we're not going to talk about that, because that's America. America, oh America. Fuck yourself. I'm barking up the wrong tree here, because this tree will literally fall down and crush me and my family if they figure out who this is. You gotta read whenever you listen to the news or anything of the sort. Make sure you double check everything. Make sure that you're reading multiple sources, because if you only read one source, you're literally limiting yourself from learning what you're trying to learn. If I were to want to go into stocks, I'm not going to read Fox News on the stocks. I'm not going to read CNN on the stocks. I'm going to go to the people who the company are, ask them what they're going to be doing next, what they did wrong in the past, what they're going to do right, why it's going to work, and then go to their competitor and say what they're going to do next, what they're going to do wrong. This is a universal thing, and this is why you've got so many groups that don't get ahead, because they only see one or two sides of everything. If you live, for example, black people, if you live in the hood your whole life, you're never getting out of there. If you get out of there, guess what you know? The hood. So you're not going to be able to adapt as well, and you're going to want to go back to a more comfortable environment, which living in a suitable area, which is where I live, I'm not going to, I can knock on any door I want and ask for sugar. I'm not going to get shot, but I'm not going to get offered drugs just walking down the street. So basically, this video is just to give the information to the public that this man was, unless he was absolutely psychotic, he was not working for ISIS. He was not with ISIS unless he was. If he was, if the FBI was wrong, and Munir Zabo wasn't with the group he was with, which is Mirza. You don't know with Mirza? Then it's all good. But if he was, sorry for the cut there and the shitty talking before that. But what I was saying was Munir Salah, if he was not, he was definitely with Mirza, Mirza, or Nasra, but regardless of if he was or was, if the FBI was wrong and Mateen was not with Momer, which they say he wasn't with him, which is absolutely false because you don't investigate on somebody if you don't know that for a fact that they're, just because someone says, I'm going to shoot, they're like, if I were to walk down the street and start shouting out, why, or a cop came up to me and said, why I was doing this, I would say, because I'm praising my God, or because if I said I want to join ISIS, that doesn't mean that I'm a terrorist. It doesn't just saying words. I mean, freedom of speech is real, but you have no say when it comes to anything in this country, which is completely as bullshit. If I were, you can't. If I were to join, if I were to attempt to do anything in politics, I would get absolutely destroyed by someone who was not smart ideas, not anything better than me, except a little bit more money and a whiter face, but I would get destroyed because I am just not. No one wants to hear the truth in America. Everyone wants to hear the boom, the bang, the shebang. That's humanity for you. We're all trapped in this isolated universe. We just want to see what's going to happen next. And in reality, you're only living once. You got to change the world in some way, shape, or form. This is the first time I've ever tried to do anything like this. And I doubt this video will even get 300 views. Be smart when you're on the news. When you're reading news, just be smart, please. You're going to hurt not only yourself, but you're going to hurt the person. You're going to hurt their family. You're going to hurt the country that they're... ISIS, I don't give a fuck about ISIS. ISIS can go fuck themselves because they're awful. They're disgusting. They're one of the worst terrorist groups that there's ever been. And that's just a fact. If you know anything about ISIS, Nisr, they are with Al-Qaeda, which Al-Qaeda and ISIS broke apart and split on different sides of the Syrian war when Al-Qaeda decided to get fucked by the American government. And now that ISIS is rising, Al-Qaeda is still in they're hiding basically. They're just in the dirt. In 2 years, there's no way someone's going to switch sides on a jihadist movement. You're not going to switch sides. It's not physically possible. The government didn't care that Mateen was with Al-Qaeda at all. They knew he was with them, and they saw it as a threat, but they didn't care because this guy, this was not an American bombing that Momer had. This bombing was against Syrian soldiers, which was anti-ISIS, which is why the FBI gave up on this search. They didn't give up on this search because this guy was clean slate. He was a domestic abuser. If they would have actually gone through and asked his wife, what's with this guy? What do you think about him? He already had terrorist ties to him. You just have to do the math. This guy's gonna do something wrong. He's gonna do something. What side is he on? Oh, he's on the side of Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda's not doing anything right now. we're fine. We don't have to worry about it. This guy is a psychopath. We're fine. I'm gonna have to cut this video really short, but it's just for because read the news, read your backgrounds. It's the extra 10 minutes of effort that it takes to check your sources. Make sure you know if you're the left side or right side, know what left and right means, because that's kind of important nowadays. Because if you go on Fox News and you're like, damn, these liberals are pissing me off, you might want to check your sources. I'm gonna get off before I say something I shouldn't, which I've already said too much about. Mathematics. Put two, you take two, like the number two, put it somewhere, and then you look at the two, and you're like, what does this represent? And you're like, oh, this represents, let's see, okay, one side is, one of them is Al Qaeda, the other one's Mateen, okay, it makes sense, it's 1, 2, and then you add another 2 to that, and that other 2 represents, oh wait, the same 2, which is the same thing, which is Mateen and Al Qaeda, and you put 2 and 2 together, you get 4, which means, what does that mean? 2 Al Qaeda attacks, 2 different people, 2 plus 2, you know, like, it's not that hard to do math when it comes to the news. The news is absolutely flawed. If you go through any, unless it's an opinionated article, and they stress that it's an opinionated article or it's a prediction article, you're not going to get the truth out of the news ever. You're not going to get 100% truth. I've seen 300 times 53 dead, 50 dead, 53 dead, 50 dead, 53 dead. The number is literally bouncing around. You don't know where to go. Al Jazeera says 50 dead, and CNN says 53 dead, and Fox says 50 dead. Who has the right number? It's not that hard to get. If I wanted to, I could give a call to some of my people in Orlando, and they would know if it was what the number is. I'm just rambling at this point. This is stupid. Check your sources.